Hey guys, Paul Phoenix here, coming at you today with a virtual cabin update. We're going to be looking at the new models for parts 8 and 9. I'm sure you guys have already seen tons of videos by now looking at these models, so obviously Paul Phoenix is going to do something a bit different. I've unmasked the Jasons. Slap the masks right off their faces. Of course, then I got a machete stuck up my arse, which is still wedged right up there nice and tight, but that's beside the point. Let's go and have a look at these Jaces. So first, let's have a little looky-loo at part 8. They have absolutely frigging nailed part 8 Jace. Seriously, look at him. They have got the face absolutely perfect. It is pixel perfect. You know, they haven't gone, let's try to make it better. They have replicated it absolutely perfectly. It is fantastic. There's no way on earth that you could play as this Jason and not think of Jason Takes Manhattan. Seriously, it's fantastic. And they've made him look nice and slippery as well. Slippery when wet. I wonder if he'll do that really awful screaming noise he does as well when they pour that shit over his face. And he's just like, ah! Whatever he does. Oh man, fantastic. So yeah, so far, very, very impressed. Awesome. Let's take a look at part 9. Okay, so I'm going to say right off the bat, this is my favourite frigging Jason model. Holy shit. How fucking good is this model? The main reason I love it as well is because, obviously, if you're true Jason fans, come on, you know if you're true ones, and we know if you're just fucking posers here, guys, come on. If you're true Jason fans, you'll know that you do not, I repeat, do not see Jason's face in part 9. Not an inch of his face. However, the concept of Jason's face in part 9 was developed, and what you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what it would have looked like if Jason had actually had his mask ripped off of his skull in the movie. Obviously, if you guys have been following my videos for a while, you remember I did a video, must have been like nearly a year ago, where I showed a picture of a replica over-the-head latex mask made of part 9 Jason's concept face. And that's exactly what it looked like, man. It was gruesome. It's like fucking diseased, and it's like it's just, he's worn the mask so much that his skin has just become fucking just worn and just gross, like he's not getting any oxygen there. And he's got a whole part of his skull showing. And he's got that big sort of hydrocephalic head, all the lumps coming out and stuff like that. I really love this Jason. It's just absolutely ridiculous and silly. But it's great. It's great fun. It's really good. Look at the size of that friggin' axe. I've been told by quite a few people that they weren't happy with the size of this Jason. Like he's not big enough. I don't know, to be honest with you, I think if they made him any bigger, I think it might have just started looking a bit silly. I'm sure these guys had taken as many pictures as possible and they'd actually measured Jason basically to the model. I'm sure they've done it as perfect as humanly possible. I think any bigger it just looks silly. I've also unmasked part 6 and 7. As I understand, all the models have been given a bit of a facelift. Number 2 looks unchanged, so it looks like the shoulders have gone more into more of a triangle sort of shape here. The face does look a lot shinier. I can't fault the face on this Jason at all. I mean, it really does look like part 6 Jace when he comes out of the grave and he's totally pissed. He's like, who woke me up? And, you know, and he grabs Tommy Jarvis's ass when he's trying to get out. Yeah, fantastic Jason. I'm still not really happy with the trousers. I think they're a little bit too light still. Let's have a look at him masked. Now, straight away, anyone who's been following this, and anyone who's a big Part 6 fan, like me, I absolutely adore Part 6. It was the first Jason movie I ever saw, and it's one of my favourite movies of all time. And I frigging hated the Part 6 mask they did. It just looked so bad. But as you can see here, guys, it's been updated. And it's still not perfect, but it looks pretty damn good. And it looks a lot better than it did before. It's still a bit too yellow. You know, it'd be nice if they kind of toned it down a little bit, but it looks a lot better than it did before. So I have to say, from my opinion, last year, I'm pretty happy with this Jason now. I'm satisfied. Now, let's have a look at Unmasked Part 7. Now, ladies and gents, they got this Jason perfect first time. You know, Parts 2, 3, and 7, you know, they were the, you know, the first Jasons they made, and they were all perfect the first time round. They didn't need to be improved. But this does look like it's been tweaked a little bit. Because, I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't, you know, looked at any Friday the 13th for game stuff in quite a while. But I'm looking at this, and I'm loving it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It's just such a cool friggin' looking Jason. The reason I love this Jason is I think it's just, Part 7's Jason is kind of the epitome of what people think Jason looks like. You know, when you get that idea of Jason, you just see the ragged, ripped clothing, you know, the zombie Jason, little bit of skull showing, you know, not obviously overboard like Jason Goes to Hell, but, you know, just a little bit, and the chain round his neck. It's just perfect. As you guys may or may not know, I don't keep up with any Friday the 13th of the game news at all. I don't watch videos, I don't watch any news from the devs, I don't watch anything. So everything I'm seeing here, it's just, you know, it's opinions and just, you know, as a huge Jason fan. So yeah, awesome, guys. Awesome models, really fantastic. I really hope when the game's finally released, I hope the gameplay reflects the models. You know, I really hope it does, because the beta just had really hideous gameplay. But I have heard from you guys that a lot of improvements have been made, so I'm very hopeful that, you know, the game's been improved. For me personally though, I'm not actually really interested in the multiplayer at all. I'm interested in the single player. That's what I really have got my hopes up about. I have to just wait and see. I mean, that could have been my problem with the multiplayer. Do you know what? It could have just been that I was really unlucky and that I just played online with a bunch of dickheads. You know, a lot of people I wanted to play online with, and a lot of my regular viewers are all on PS4. I'm only playing on PC, so yeah, I could only sort of play with who was available. It could have just been a bad experience. It could have been because of the people I played with. The matches just obviously weren't that fun, but we'll see. And yes, I'm well aware that all the rest of the counsellors have been shoved into the counsellor room, and I know I haven't covered it in this video, but it's something I may do at another point. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Take care, stay out of trouble, and I will see you in the next video.